Doing B-Paw here.
And Ike.
Oh, before we start, just I don't know about you, Ike, but I've been asked a number of times, what kind of bee suit should we wear? Should we wear a bee suit? Yes. Um, Even if you're not allergic to bees, I'm not allergic.
I'm not allergic either.
Yeah, but have we been stung?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And how great does it feel?
Well, it depends on where it stings you, right? B-Paw over here happened to kind of accidentally upset him a little bit, and one nailed me right between the eyes. That one wasn't very comfortable, but
Yep.
then here I was not wearing my gloves here a couple weeks ago, and got stung in the finger. That one didn't hurt too bad, but then again, that just depends on where you get stung and how your reaction is to them. So
I got stung in the knee, wasn't bad. I got stung on the foot where the joint is on the top. That one hurt like a son of a gun. So
but these suits are amazing.
Yep, these suits right here.
And B-Paw, where we get these suits?
These suits are made by a company called U.S. Keepers. And just to clarify right off the top of the bat, they are not a sponsor of Patriot Honey. It just so happens that I've used a ton of suits, dozens and dozens of suits, and overall, these suits I really like the best. We haven't been stung through them.
Nope.
They are designed by beekeepers in the United States, and they are manufactured here in the U.S. So you will pay a little bit more, but at the same time, it's well worth it. And so I suggest you guys go check them out. It's U.S. Keepers. And again, these are fully ventilated. The knees are padded. That's why I've gotten stung before in all my other suits, because nobody puts pads on them. And when you kneel down, I accidentally knelt on one of our pretty little ladies, and she was not too happy.
Yeah. And the nice thing is they come with both the veils, right? So both B-Paw and I are wearing the cowboy style veils a little bit, as we're BW over here. BW, go ahead and show them you're wearing that style.
Oh,
right?
And look who's here. Oh,
yeah, you can pass by.
Absolutely, come on through.
All right.
Okay.
So we got my daughters coming by on the horse right now, so that's pretty cool.
And and there's Grandma Cindy. Go ahead and wave to the camera. This is for our YouTube channel. So that's Grandma Cindy. And who's that on the other horse there?
And little Natalia. Little Natalia. She ain't so little no more. That's my baby.
So all right. Okay, well, here we go. So this super has been on here for roughly about 3 weeks, 6/13, so almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month.
So almost a month. So we're going to take a look at it and see how well it's doing. So if you come in, you can look in between. I mean, you can just see the drawing. You can see all the bees, and I mean, it's chock full of bees.
We've had the top off for a few minutes here, but normally we put a little smoke real quick and get them to kind of come down.
But the girls are really calm. So you can see on the very outside, they're just getting to that one, which is good. So I'm gonna put this off to the side just for a minute. Let's try not to squish any of our.
I got them.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop this one over, and so this is on the outside. So when we're looking at this, you can see that. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah, look at that.
That's a beautiful
starting to cap it, so it's already starting to get to the right temperature or the right moisture.
Yep. So these girls are doing phenomenal. You can see the next one. It's the same thing. They're capping it. Oh, that one's got some weight to it. Same on that side. Look at that.
Probably got about 25, almost 30% cap on that one already.
And look at the next one. Look at the next one, Isaac. Oh, I don't want to drop those girls. I don't want to. So you notice the girls are very calm. So when you're working through your hive, remember, what do we say?
Which part? Slow is fast and fast is smooth.
Slow is smooth. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Okay. So these girls, they're so calm, and they really are just a joy. But look at that. Look at that capping.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Look at that capping on that side. See? So this one is going to be ready to harvest soon.
I think we ought to put a second super on this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I mean, how do we look over here?
Oh yeah, they're drawn over here. They're drawn to here. Yeah, so they're hitting the outside ones.
So we look like we're about 90% drawn with looks like. How about over here though? Are these ones full of honey?
Well, no, we will find out in just a minute. Here, let me take that one back, and how about you take a look in there?
All right.
And let's put this back in, nice and gently. Remember, don't forget to talk to your ladies. Okay, they do like it when you talk to them. they get used to you. They get used to your face. They'll get used to your smell. And they also get used to your voice.
So again, this is the outside frame on this end, and we got a little bit of drawing going on
Yep.
right there. Nothing on that side. Put this down for a second.
Okay. And as you notice, if you want to bring that camera in, take a look in there. I do not have a queen excluder in there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take a look. So there's no queen excluder. Now, I will use queen excluders. Excuse me. I do like them, but if I don't need them, I won't. A lot of the time, the queen will just stay in these two brood boxes, right? We have had where the queen has gone up there and she's like Supergirl. She just, there's an empty
She's like,
cell.
open
she
cells?
hits it. Yep.
I'm
And
putting babies
will,
in there.
She will lay an egg.
Yeah.
Those we will put a queen excluder. We'll make sure she's not up there, and then put a queen excluder on, and then we'll just let those larvae and stuff. We'll let it hatch and all that. You know, because obviously there's nothing you can do about it at that point, right?
Yeah.
So
we're second frame in here, and we've got some pretty good drawing. And they put some honey in this one right here.
already
On
honey,
that
yeah.
side, we have a tiny bit of drawing on the back side here, so they're kind of starting to move around.
We're about 80%.
So yeah, so I'd say they're probably
because this frame is almost full.
Yeah.
This one on this side is full.
Let's pull it real quick here. Let's take a look. So here we go. Oh, and that's pretty heavy already. I mean, not even fully drawn. And
it's
really
nicely drawn though.
Yeah, very beautiful, beautiful comb. So yeah, I'd say we're good, probably about 80% drawn, and not to mention not just drawn, but I mean they've pretty much filled it all full of honey already as well.
Yep.
So they don't have a lot more room here to expand on this one, and so I'm kind of thinking we should throw a second super on here. What do you think?
I think we should. We should. Now the question is, should we do a top super or a bottom super, right?
Well, what's the difference between doing a bottom super and a top super?
Well,
what are the advantages?
Okay, so the thought process when people do a bottom super. Okay, so bottom super is when you take the ones currently on there, you pull it off, and then you put a brand new super, excuse me, honey super on there, and then you put the old one back on top. Now the thought process is that the bees will have to go through that new super to get to the second one, and so they'll start drawing. Now, not sure if that necessarily works, and today's probably not the day to test it because we're getting close to going to be doing some honey and stuff.
Some extracting.
So maybe next week we'll give that a try.
Yeah,
with one of the other ones.
I think so. So let's top super it then, and then we'll look at it for next week when we come out. We'll see, kind of how much farther have they progressed with putting that second super on here. Did they finish drawing out the frames on this super and then start moving up to the top super, or did they kind of just leave these frames alone and just go straight up to the top one?
I'm gonna say from past experience, my guess is they'll do, because every colony is different, right? I mean, they'll do what they want to do, but from the past, what they'll do is they'll stop drawing on these outer combs. They'll go up and start drawing on the new super, but they will cap off what's already in here, and they will finish filling up what's already there. So when they cap off the comb, they're telling you, hey, the moisture is perfect, right, for their honey.
This is good to eat.
Yep. So we will always check it with our scope, or the refractometer.
Refractometer, yeah.
Which we'll go over in another video, but just to test to see if that moisture content is where we like it when we harvest our honey. Moisture, if it's too much moisture, it can spoil. Not enough, it can crystallize easier.
So one of the things we talked about on a previous video was waxing frames versus unwaxed frames.
What you got there?
And so what we've done here in this super is already set it up like a checkerboard. So every other frame, we've go ahead and put waxed frame, unwaxed, waxed, unwaxed. And then we can kind of tell, are the bees skipping around and going straight to our waxed frames? Or are they just going to go ahead and start filling from the middle out or from the outside in? Right? So we'll kind of be able to take a look at that next week and see. These frames were waxed on 7/9, so we just waxed them yesterday. So we'll go ahead and throw these on there, and next week we'll come back and take a look and kind of see, hey, what do they prefer? Right. That's our little experiment. Do they prefer the frames that we took the wax from off of some of the bird comb and everything else? We melted down and made some wax out of their own, right? Their own wax already, and re-waxed these frames, and kind of just see, right? Do they prefer that, or do they want the wax frame straight from the
all right, so let's see. Let's take a bet. I'll bet you a honey bottle that they are going to start with the middle waxed one, and then they're going to work their way out from the waxed to the unwaxed to
All
the
right,
waxed.
I'll take that bait and I'll raise that. We're gonna go to a honey jar.
Honey jar,
We're gonna
okay?
go to a honey jar. We're gonna double down, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that they're gonna kind of skip these wax frames or the unwaxed frames altogether. And I'll bet you they'll start drawing on each one of these wax frames. Maybe not the 2 outer ones, but definitely the 3 inner ones for sure. And I'll bet you they go with that. And that's kind of their preferred. I'll bet they prefer them waxed frames.
I think that
altogether.
I think that sounds good. So you heard it. Next week we will come back, and what is that? Is that the 17th? I think.
I think it should be about the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be July 17th. We're gonna come back. We're gonna see what they do. Okay, and then we're gonna see who wins.
Yep. And this is hive number 13, lucky number 13. So we'll see which one here. Does the Korean win or does the Mr. Green win? So we'll see.
All right, Mr. Green. Okay. Well, again, thank you for tuning in. We are Patriot Honey. I'm B Paul.
I'm Mike.
And we will see you guys later. And happy beekeeping.
Hey, and don't forget behind the screen right there, we got BW.
BW. There we go. Yep. All right.